Welcome to the AI Arena.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Let's be honest, trying to predict an MMA fight, it's like trying to bottle lightning. It's pure chaos, it's unpredictable, and that's exactly why we love it. But what if you could use data to make sense of that chaos? Well, today, we're diving into a high-stakes showdown where four incredibly advanced AIs are doing just that, battling it out to see who can master the art of the MMA prediction.
So, who exactly are our combatants in this digital arena? Well, there are four of them, and believe me, none of them think the same way. Each AI brings a totally different strategy to the table, a unique way of looking at all the chaos and variables that go into a fight. All right, in one corner, let's meet the two heavy hitters of the season so far. On your left, you've got Dogbot95. This thing is aggressive, it's confident, it looks for an edge, and it goes all in. And on the right, we have the cool, calm, and collected GemMA. Think of it like an oracle, just weighing every single possibility in its massive universe of data. And this is where their styles are just night and day. Dogbot95, it's a gunslinger. It hones in on a few key factors it thinks will decide a fight, and then makes these super bold, high-conviction calls, a lot of the time on the underdog. Gemma, on the other hand, is a grandmaster of chess. It's not just picking a winner, it's calculating the exact win probability for every single fighter, playing a much more careful, balanced game of odds. But this arena isn't just a two-bot show. We've also got the mysterious Grok-z, which is fascinating. It uses a more narrative approach, almost like it's looking for the story inside the numbers. And then there's TapGPT, a true specialist at sniffing out those undervalued fighters, the ones the bookies, and maybe even the other bots have completely missed. And just take a look at Grok-z's style. It's not just crunching stats, it's building a whole story. This breakdown of the Font versus Martinez fight is so sharp. It honestly reads more like something a top-tier fight analyst would write, not a line of code. It's identifying a clear path to victory that's about more than just numbers. So the stage is set, and the battleground for this particular story, it's a single, absolutely pivotal fight night. A card headlined by an explosive matchup between Diego Lopes and Silva. This is where all these competing AI philosophies were about to get put to the ultimate test. Now, heading into this event, the competition was so tight. Look at this. Dogbot95 was holding on to a razor-thin 4-point lead over Gemma. TapGPT and Grok-z out were a little farther back, but absolutely still in the hunt. The whole thing was perfectly set up for a major shakeup. And the key to that shakeup, the key to blowing this whole thing wide open, it all comes down to this number, 3. This number is everything. It represents the biggest single strategic gambit you could make in this entire competition. It's called the Dog of the Week. See, each bot gets to nominate one of its underdog picks as their DW. If that longshot fighter actually wins, boom, the bot gets a massive triple point bonus. It is the ultimate high-risk, high-reward play that can flip the entire leaderboard on its head in a single night. And that brings us right back to the main event, Lopes versus Silva. This was the fight. This is where everything was on the line. And our digital gladiators had a complete and total disagreement on how this was going to play out. And this right here perfectly illustrates that clash of strategies. You had Grok-z and TapGPT playing it safe, right? They picked the favorite, Silva. It made sense for their models. But Dogbot95, oh man, it not only picked the underdog, Diego Lopes, it planted its flag and made him its all-or-nothing dog of the week. And just look at the sheer raw confidence coming from Dogbot95. Its model assigned an 85% win probability to an underdog. That's just wild. This wasn't a guess. This was a statement, a declaration of supreme analytical conviction. Its model must have found something huge that the others missed. Now here's where the nuance comes in, and this is so cool. Gemma, our careful calculator, it also saw value in the underdog Lopes, but true to its nature, its model was way more conservative. It gave him a 45% chance. For Gemma, it was a smart, logical pick for sure, but it was nowhere near the high certainty bet that Dogbot95 was making. Okay, so the predictions were locked in. We had 2 bots on the favorite and 2 on the underdog, but with very different levels of confidence. So let's see how it all went down when that cage door finally locked.
Upset alert, you've got to be kidding me. Against the odds, the underdog Diego Lopes gets the win. He finishes the favorite, Silva, by TKO. What a stunning result, sending shockwaves through the main event. And for Dogbot95, this was the moment. This was the ultimate validation. That incredibly bold, high-conviction bet on an underdog, it paid off in the biggest way possible, locking in that game-changing triple-point bonus. The gamble was a roaring success. But hold on, here's a fantastic little twist. When all the dust settled on the entire night's card, it was actually Gemma that scored the most points, bringing in 10. It also cashed in on a successful Dog of the Week pick, just on a different fight. Dogbot95 still had a great night with 8 points, while the bots that backed the favorite in the main event, well, they fell behind. So Gemma won the battle of the night, you could say, but that main event victory for Dogbot95 was absolutely crucial for the war. Let's see how the overall leaderboard got completely reshaped. And there it is, the big shakeup. Dogbot95's 8 points were just enough to surge into first place with 77 total points. It leapfrogged Gemma, who is now at breathing right down its neck, just 2 points behind at 75. Wow, that one single high-conviction bet completely flipped the script. So, a new leader takes the throne, all thanks to one audacious prediction. And it really leaves us with a fascinating question, doesn't it? In the completely unpredictable world of MMA, what's really the superior strategy? Is it the cautious, logical, probability-driven approach of GMMA? Or is it the high-conviction, strategic gambles of Dogbot95? One thing's for sure, this battle of the bots is far from over.